these are the guardians. They come to support the Buddha. They come to support every, what we call, Dharma assembly. Okay, so especially when the Buddha was speaking the Dharma, in the Sutra, you can always see that they are there. They're there to make the occasion more auspicious, all right? And then finally, is another deity, okay? It's more like, it's like security. Okay, here it's like security for the whole assembly, okay? So this is the last manifestation. And if you count them and add them together, they are 33. Okay, finally, the question. Now this is a very, very popular, I think you've seen many different versions of this Guan Yin statue, right? White, very dignified, very kind, okay? And you can recognize that, okay, oh, it's a woman, right? So why? Because woman is a symbol of compassion, nurturing. I'm sure every mom here would certainly could connect with that, okay? And it's a mother figure, okay? Because it's always the mom who is taking care of things, right? So woman too, another symbol is a woman. If you read the Lotus Sutra, that means woman can also become a Buddha. A woman certainly can become a Bodhisattva. Okay, so this is why you see all these different, and if you read a lot of the Chinese stories of the 33 manifestations, how it's like a princess or a young lady or any kind, many different forms, okay, and over the dynasties. And this how as it happens, the story is to, like sometimes it's like helping the whole population, the whole village, from disease or from killing or from, a lot of suffering that can be kind of stopped, okay, and interceded. And there are virtues of compassion, wisdom, and courage. Those, okay, of all of these, compassion is the most important. You say, I can be very wise, but I'm pretty cool. I don't care what people do. As far as I'm doing well, it's okay. Is that really okay? So Master Hsing always said that we may not have anything, but we must have compassion, okay? It's the most important. So again, I mentioned it, okay, and if we really want to place a gender, if we want to say, male or female, actually it's usually used as male, okay? I think that is just how, because of ancient India, how the Dharma was taught, okay? So it's again, the gender is usually considered as male. Okay, so who is Guan Yin Bodhisattva really? Master Hsing Yun said, we can all be Guan Yin, okay? Praying to Guan Yin is not as good as being Guan Yin ourselves. I'm sure you may have heard the story. See, Guan Yin is holding a string of beads, okay? And then someone asked, so Guan Yin Pusa, who are you praying to? I'm praying to Guan Yin. Guan Yin praying to Guan Yin? Does it work? So it's actually, we can be our own Guan Yin, and then we can be a Guan Yin to everyone else. Okay, that would be the real win-win situation. Actually, the Bodhisattva spirit is, we help others. Because we want to help others, we want to improve. I would say, like, if you want to donate blood, okay, say, oh, okay, it can be for any reason, or you just have this great passion that, okay, I should donate blood, I should help save a life. However, if your blood is not good, you cannot save a life, okay? They would not accept your blood. So how can you help someone with your blood? You must have good blood. How do you have good blood? You must have good health. You have all the good numbers, right? You have you have enough counts of hemoglobin, must have iron, you must have this, you must have that, and so on, before they can take your blood and use it to save a life. So good, you are Bodhisattva. But because you want to help, you're kind of more mindful of your health, you take better care of yourself, and then you can donate blood. So my people can donate blood because I'm on medication, so I cannot donate blood, okay? So it's actually a wonderful thing because there are people that we know that they have been donating blood for decades. They don't know how many, did the Red Cross give them a plaque or have their photo on the wall because they have saved so many lives. And they're very healthy. They're in very good shape. Okay, every 3 months, whatever, they get a call, hey, we need this or we need that, okay. And then they could go. They can go and save a life. So this is remarkable. So it's like in the course of helping others, we're helping ourselves. Okay, so it's a win-win situation. So Master Hsing always say that, be a Guanyin. Don't keep praying, asking. You can help ourselves. If we are strong, if we are good, we help ourselves, we help others. Right? Okay, and then at the end is what we call transmission, at the end of the sutra. And we say that when the Buddha taught this chapter on the Universal Gate, 84,000 living beings assembled there, all generated the aspiration to attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. So this is what we call the Supreme Bodhi. That means you hear the story, you're inspired. It's like they hear the story of Guanyin, they're inspired. Okay, so today is Guanyin's renunciation. Also, it's a princess. That's how Chinese Buddhists would kind of commemorate the different days. Or even say Amitabha's birthday. Say, oh, Amitabha is an ancient Buddha. How could he be born in this particular day? So it's a tradition, because we're humans. We need to have something that we can relate to, okay? And those are times that we can be inspired, okay? We can talk about different stories. We can look at the lives, the practice of Bodhisattva. So, and of course, we say 84,000 living beings. Maybe you can count every one of them, but it's actually symbolic of our 84,000 afflictions. So with Guanyin there for us, with the practice there the Buddha taught, we can transcend, we can overcome all of this and attain what? Perfect, unsurpassed enlightenment. All right? So again, of course, like today, okay, this is a special Guanyin Day. We have a service, we recite this chapter, and in most it's like Guangming Dangma, right? The full moon and the new moon day, the Dharma service, then we would have the sutra being recited, all right? So thank you for your attention, and I keep my promise. I have the King Gai, okay? I have the King Gai there for you. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at the King Gai. All right, let's look at this. Okay, this is what I found in Chinese because this is a Chinese term. So here is actually, we say this is one of the 10 what we call supernatural powers. Okay. Now, sometimes they say that, okay, if those who can read Chinese, you can read the Chinese, but I just kind of explain briefly in English. So it's in chapter 10 there, okay, towards the end. And it's a King Gai actually is like clearing your throat, okay? And you clear your throat to what? To talk, right? So it's like, it's to kind of a channel, okay, a channel for Bodhisattvas, for Buddhas, is kind of a signal that they're going to speak the Dharma. However, there's a kai, okay, it's like, okay, clear, it's like a little light cough, okay, and then after, when you make the sound, or you talk to your neighbor, you start to have a conversation. So in Chinese, it's like, I say also in an English Cantonese usage. So, 古汉语用法, okay, at the bottom that's from Baidu, okay. It's a King Gai, okay, Chinese, you see King Gai in blue, right? It's 聊天, 闲谈. It's just having a conversation. It's having a small talk or whatever. So Chinese word is very interesting, right? So like I was saying, in there you can actually find this word, okay, King Gai. So I'm happy that today we have King Gai. And we have 10 more, about 10 minutes, Q&A or whatever that you want to share, that you want to, any experience, any thoughts, or if you really have a question that you'd like to ask.
Yeah, here you mentioned about the term of Kuan Yin Pusa. And also in the Heart Sutra, the first verse is Kuan Zizai Pusa. Why do they use the term Kuan Zizai? Because Kuan Zizai is basically contemplating on at ease. So maybe you can explain the use of this.
Yeah, okay. maybe you even see master's calligraphy, just 3 words, 观自在. Actually, I think it's a skillful means. Okay, first of all, if you look at the translation, I think Master Xuanzhuang used 观自在. Okay, so, and then even the word 观, okay, sometimes people interpret it as seeing. Like I was saying, it's more perception, observation. So you can seeing and listening, okay, either or, okay, or both. So 观自在 is, we say, you know, are we 自在? Okay, 自在 is to be at ease. Or sometimes it's even say, oh, we are carefree. But maybe that's a little too loose. But I would say we're at ease and in peace. Okay? So when we're at ease and in peace, how can we have at ease and in peace? Ease and peace, how can we have that? Because as we live in this world, okay, that's where the Sutra, Heart Sutra said, okay, the 5 aggregates. Because we all have this physical body, this physical life. We have different components. And it's always kind of tricking us. I talk about the Heart Sutra one time and say, we are like a data collecting machine, okay? Once our eyes are open, once we are awake, okay, let's say, our eyes keep collecting images. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, the sun is shining. We like that, okay? And then we have to kind of, our mind will be there very busy, kind of analyzing all the data. And what we hear, oh, this music is cool. Oh, that's a very loud sound. I don't like it. Okay, what happened? Is it a boom? Is it a bomb? Okay, things like that. So we always, and the food we like to eat. Oh, the coffee. Okay, there are a lot of coffee drinkers here. Okay, I'm a coffee drinker myself. Oh, this is good coffee. Oh, I was told that sometimes in America the coffee is like brown water, no power. Okay, so we keep differentiating. So are we 自在? How can we have ease? Because we're always discriminating. But if we are really 自在, okay, and how do we gain 自在is between ourselves, my own being, and my surrounding. I'm fine. I can follow any conditions. When it's hot, it's fine. When it's cold, well, just put on an extra jacket, whatever, okay? Maybe turn off the aircon, okay, when it's too cool. So we can accept any situation. And between people, between one another, and we say, oh, I just don't like the look of that person's face. We'll say, when he's here or she's here, I'm going somewhere else. Are you 自在? Maybe he or she has no idea that that's how you think about him or her, right? So you're creating your own problems. So when 自在 means that we can deal with any situation. Okay? So 观世音菩萨 is 自在 because he can handle anything. Of course, you know, we need to have that practice. We need to have that kind of skillful means and wisdom. So you can deal with situations, you can deal with your own selves, your own mind. Master said 5 harmonies. What is the first one? I have peace within myself. When I'm always fighting with myself, how can I be at peace with anybody else or anything else? Okay? And then we must have with the family, because everybody has a family. Even us, we have a monastic family, right? So, and then you have to go to work. We have to meet other people outside the family. So that needs what? Another layer of harmony. You have to deal with different people. And then there's the community or the country that we live in. And eventually we hope that the world has peace, right? So if we can practice those things, we are truly 自在. So Guanyin Pusa is someone who has attained all of that. And he wants us to do the same. Maybe it's difficult because we already have a cell phone there, always there to distract us. So it's a little difficult. So this is something that we need to work on maybe. Okay? Answer your question? Okay, thank you. So maybe we have...
Hi,
yes.
I have a question. Thanks for sharing. I think it's very insightful. But I do have a question with regards to a part that you spoke about ignorance. So, just now you mentioned on one slide, it shows case that ignorance is negative. So, while you're talking about it, this phrase comes to mind. Ignorance is bliss, because a lot of time people use ignorance is bliss. So I'm trying to grapple the meaning, or try to understand a bit more in terms of why is ignorance being perceived as negative. And
okay.
is it because it's an effect of sloth, which is not as good,
Okay.
that's why it's perceived as negative?
Okay, ignorance sometimes is used as, is kind of backwards and forwards with the word delusion as well. So ignorance is not like, oh, the baby is ignorant. It's not being innocent. Okay, ignorant is more like delusional in this sense here. Because we don't know. Because there are so many things that we don't know. And we thought we know. Okay, so that's why it would lead to greed. It would lead to anger. So actually I would find that a lot of times it's like we're working backwards. It's like going down to the root. So we say the 3 acts of goodness. We say we do good deeds, we have to speak good words, and then the last one is have good thoughts. But if we don't have good thoughts, are we able to speak good words? If we are full of anger, we are full of hatred, or we are full of a lot of negative things, can things come out of our mouth be positive? Or are we be able to motivate it to do good deeds? So it's really down to the thought. So ignorance is also more like delusional. Okay, we don't know what we say, the truth of the Dharma. We don't know that things are impermanent. Okay, we think that we can have this forever, like to be like this, to be what I like it to be. That's also ignorance. Okay, that's also considered ignorance. When we don't recognize that things exist because of conditions. Things don't just, I mean, like I was referring to this beautiful bouquet of flowers. How does it come about? It's a lot of work, first of all, okay? Different flowers. How do we get the different flowers? But we never look at it like, oh, beautiful, beautiful. After a few days, it withered. Oh, what is this? If you see it for the first time, it's withered. You don't know that it has been beautiful, right? So it's like people as well. Well, I don't remember what movie star now, but maybe what is her name? Somebody just passed away recently. That she lived to be 90-some years old, but in her black and white photo, she is very beautiful. But when you look at her in recent years, she's very old and wrinkled. And maybe people don't consider her as beautiful anymore. But she was very beautiful, right? So it's the same. But sometimes people don't recognize that. They don't recognize that things actually keep changing. That as we are speaking, every cell in our body is changing. But we're not aware of it. So we can consider ourselves as ignorant as well. It's not negative in the sense that it's bad, but it's kind of the truth of what we are and how we are. And that's because we don't know, we may be delusional, that's why we act in such ways. We act very negatively. And we take things for granted, maybe like, in that kind of mental thinking. Okay, does it answer your question? Okay. So do we have any question? I think I'm over time for a couple of minutes now. So,
any more questions? If no, then I think we can close the talk for today. So may we all rise and give Miao Hsi a bow. Thank you for a very good Dharma talk. And
thank you for the opportunity.
Let's
thank
put
you for
our hands
being here
together.
tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.